All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick's on the Power. So recently, this Classic Physique competitor was brought to my attention. His name is Dmitriy Vorotyncev. I probably butchered that name, but this photo in particular was brought to my attention of him hitting a front double bicep pose and how insanely small his waist is in this photo. A lot of people are saying he has one of the craziest V-tapers of the modern day Classic Physique division. Now, some people were asking me if I thought this picture was photoshopped and if I thought his waist wasn't really that small. And I think the answer to that question is no. I don't think this picture is photoshopped. If you go through the rest of his Instagram photos, you can see he's got a bunch of videos and a bunch of photos over the past year where his waist is about that same size. I think a lot of it is maybe the angle of this photo making his waist look smaller, but I don't think he photoshopped it in any way. I think he really does have a crazy small waist and a crazy V-taper accentuated by crazy wide lats. Now, that being said, this guy is a relatively young guy and still relatively unknown in the Classic Physique division. He's only got 40,000 followers on Instagram. And while I think he does have one of the craziest V-tapers and one of the smallest waists in today's Classic Physique division, I think it should be noted that his legs aren't really that big, and there certainly needs to be some improvement in the quads and the calves if he's going to be successful in Classic Physique. Now, to my knowledge, he has not competed in any major pro shows where we would have seen him next to some of the more well-known guys like a Chris Bumstead, a Breon Ainsley, a George Peterson. We haven't really seen him on a big stage to see how his physique would compare with some of these bigger names in Classic Physique. But I do think, again, from the waist and V-taper standpoint, he has one of the best. But I think what is becoming more and more apparent is that the size of the legs is something that is heavily judged in Classic Physique. And I think he does need to bring that up. I think the conditioning is certainly there. The Classic judges have made it abundantly clear that in this division, they are looking for ripped, shredded, conditioned guys. And I think that is certainly one of the strong suits of Dmitry. And I think from an upper body standpoint, he's very reminiscent of a guy like Chris Bumstead. Now, one of the things I've said before I like about Chris Bumstead's physique in the Classic division is in those front poses, you can see how wide his lats are from the front, further accentuating the V-taper. Wider lats, smaller waist, makes the shape and illusion look a lot better. And in a lot of the poses that Dmitry hits, he shares that same quality that Chris Bumstead has when he hits a front lat spread, when he hits a front relaxed even. You can see the flare of the lats from the front, which contribute to him having a smaller waist and him having the illusion of this near perfect V-taper, which I think is one of the strongest qualities that a Classic Physique competitor would have. Now, again, I would say he needs to improve the size of his legs if he's going to be a successful Classic Physique Pro. But that being said, I just wanted to clarify to the people saying, do you think it's photoshopped? How do you think he's going to fare in the pro ranks? I don't think it's photoshopped. I think he's 100% legit. I think he 100% has some of the best genetics for Classic Physique from a small waist V-taper standpoint. I just think there's certain areas he needs to bring up, certain places he would use more size. But from a conditioning and taper standpoint, I think he's pretty much nailing it at this point. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Dmitry Vorotynцev's physique. Thank you guys for watching the video, and please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.